Hey guys, today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/jumbled. They have over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Jumbled, your favorite podcast about nothing. I'm Zach.
I'm Joe.
What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot.
Hey guys, guess what day it is today?
It's Sunday.
Sunday. We are getting this shit done early.
Yeah. No tardiness.
Yeah, we don't have to wait until Tuesday night and risk leaving computers or be tired in general.
Yeah.
I know you're tired anyway today, right?
I am tired.
Joe's been guzzling coffee since I got here, trying to wake himself up.
This is like my, so that's like 2 cups of coffee in there. This is like my, let's see, I had one in the hotel room this morning, and then I probably, like, she didn't let me get to an empty coffee cup, so I don't know. So maybe I had like 3 at breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 4.
Wow.
Yeah. A little tired though. Went to bed around 11:30, woke up at 6 a.m. sharp. It's actually like 5:57, and I don't know why. That's when I like normally get up.
Right.
But on Saturday, I slept until like 11:15, which is rare for me.
Sure.
And then on Sunday today, to wake up at 6 is very rare.
I think it was probably the rooster that you brought with
that I
you.
encountered.
Yeah.
Had anything gone wrong at this visit, they would have known about it. So I was, for our listeners that don't know, I got married last year. Mm-hmm. And the night of the wedding, we stayed at a hotel in downtown Kansas City called Hotel Phillips.
Right.
I paid for like an executive suite, which came with rose petals, champagne on ice, and chocolate just waiting in the room when we get there.
Yeah. If you were listening to the podcast last week, we briefly went over this.
And I wasn't listening last week. And it didn't have any of those things.
Yeah.
It was under construction.
Yeah.
What I remember from going there this time was like, oh yeah, the ice machine didn't work. It actually wasn't there. It didn't just not work. It wasn't there where it was supposed to be.
Sure.
And we didn't have a shower curtain either.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
because who needs privacy, right?
I know, right? But this time, everything was working. You know?
Nice.
And they gave us some champagne at dinner, 2 glasses for free.
For free.
Gave us a free breakfast.
Man. Made it up to you.
Yeah. They might have read my review from back when.
You're like,
do you ever alter your reviews? I do.
I don't ever review it.
I'm going to change Hotel
I don't
Phillips.
ever review anything. Even if I have like a bad experience somewhere, I should.
Really?
I probably should review, but
Yeah.
I just don't take the time to do it.
There is a you're really messing it up for everybody else by not doing that. You got to review.
You know, you say that, and I agree, but I probably won't, you know?
You know, like anytime you like go to a restaurant that you like, or you get some kind of service from like your barber, or if you listen to a podcast and you really like that,
Yeah.
you should review it.
That was a slick way of asking people to review.
I'm trying to turn you around.
I'm sorry, man.
You're like
I'll review our
you're
podcast.
a-
Fuck, man.
I've been thinking best podcast ever.
Should we just review our own podcast? That sort of seems like
I do.
It sort of seems like a no-no. Like we shouldn't do that, but we also shouldn't utilize our Audible.
I know that's
thing.
what I was going to say. I have not used our free code.
No, I've not.
I should, or should I?
I don't know. That's the thing.
Shouldn't
I don't think it says anything in like the in the material we got.
But it seems like an ethical, like gray area.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's like I have access to the private jet, but am I allowed to use the private jet?
Yeah.
I mean, I just need to go to the store. But it's for jet fuel.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's one of those things. Like, you're right, though. I probably should review some stuff, but I just don't.
I'm a Google. I think I'm a tour guide. Is what they call it. That's the level I am. I've posted pictures. I've answered questions for them about. It's like,
was that
hey,
on
is
Yelp or Google reviews?
No one uses Yelp.
Oh, okay.
I mean, nobody meaning me. People might.
I don't
Because
know.
I see stickers in restaurants all the time where it's like, Yelp.
Yeah.
We Yelp.
How May I Yelp You?
Thank you for visiting. How may I Yelp you? But it is a benefit to others to know your experience. So
Sure.
I've even reviewed my doctor.
Really?
And speaking of reviewing my doctor, I'm changing doctors, and I told you I'm changing my PCP as well.
Oh, you're okay. Your primary care physician.
There you go.
I got you now.
Now you know.
Joe's like, I'm changing my PCP. I was like, oh, really? You don't like your current angel dust? You don't like your drug dealer? What's going on?
Even if I was, I wouldn't know what angel dust looks like. Is it like? Is it dusty?
It floats. I think
floats in the air.
It glows and floats.
Got a halo.
And you hear like, like a angelic high pitch.
Right before you run out in the street.
Yeah.
And get hit by a truck.
Yeah.
And then you hear them for real.
And then you hear it for, well, you might.
You might.
Depending on who you are, you know?
might hear some laughs. Some very evil laughs.
Man. Do you think that's what it's like?
No.
You don't?
Mm-mm. I can only assume.
Yeah.
Who knows?
That song
when the lights go out in the city.
That song I can only imagine.
It's true.
It's
you
true.
Don't imagine. Yeah.
You know? You don't know.
Who knows?
I don't. I hope.
Anyway, Hotel Phillips was great last night. It's a really old. I think it's supposed to be like one of the first hotels in Kansas City. It used to be the tallest building.
Oh, okay. I
Quite
feel
classy
like
now.
I feel like I said earlier. I feel like I've been there. You said there's like a speakeasy or something.
Yeah.
And I feel like I went there, or like
you go in.
There's a bar or something on the first floor. I don't.
Well, there is a bar on the first floor, but the speakeasy. So you can access the bar from the outside, not going through the lobby. The speakeasy, you have to go into the lobby and like walk past. It says stairs. It looks like it's like a little doorway just for employees.
Sure.
And they have to like press a button to let you in. And you go in downstairs, and it's all like kind of a greenish hue down there.
And that's where all the illegal gambling and cockfights and yeah, just probably pretty illegal things.
Just a menagerie of illegal activity.
Yeah, just
craps in the corner and
pure sin. Just pure,
not Pearson, but Pearson.
Not Pearson. No.
It might be Pearson down there.
Probably
illegal ear piercings.
Yeah. They're using the same needles and stuff over again.
Using ivory. That's what makes it illegal.
That's what it is. They have regular expeditions to Africa where they control the animal population.
I was listening to, so obviously poachers are like a huge thing in Africa, but there are some people that poachers they'll just kill a rhino and take its or an elephant.
Sure.
And there are some people that are so against the poachers, but they also don't want the animals to die, that they've allowed themselves to be hired to tranquilize. So you can take a rhino's horn, and I don't know if it grows back or not. I can't remember if it does. I feel like maybe it does. But they tranquilize it so the poachers will just cut it off while it's alive rather than kill it just for the one tusk or horn.
I know that a lot of people get upset about big game hunting.
Yeah.
But it's highly, like, it's legal, and it does, like, when people like go out and like shoot a lion or something like that, it's because there are too many lions in the area. Like, and they have to pay thousands of dollars, which then goes directly to conservation efforts for other animals. Yeah. So it's not like they're like killing like 42 lions at a time. You know what I'm saying? So.
I don't know enough about that, if it's like an overpopulation thing or if they're just like, here's my thousands of dollars, take me somewhere.
Who knows, man?
Maybe, here's what I would do. I'm a lover of like a gazelle.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I would
like
do
the
is,
iPhone trade-in program.
I don't know what that is.
Gazelle.com.
That's not a real thing.
It is. And you can go there and you can...
Really?
You know that. That's what you're talking about. You go and you sell your iPhone to them.
And then like horns. They've like made it. That rings a bell. Seems like I've seen it like during an NFL game or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I would be like the gazelle's bodyguard and shoot the lionesses that are trying to attack it. I would do that.
If the gazelle doesn't like completely obliterate you itself, I think those animals, like, you look at them on the TV, like on like National Geographic or something like that, and you're like, no, they're not that big,
No.
until
You're up close.
you're up close. I'm sure. And then, were you there when we saw the goat in Colorado?
Greatest of all time.
Yeah. Michael Jordan. He was in the. He was out there just chilling. He's camping.
Yeah.
And we
some
were like,
say
whoa!
Some say Will Chamberlain was the goat.
I would highly disagree with that.
Anyhow.
It was Tom Brady.
No, definitely not.
You don't think Tom Brady's the GOAT?
The greatest of all time in NFL history?
Or would you say Joe Montana still has the GOAT title?
I would say Warren Moon. No, I'm just kidding.
He did a lot of CFL stuff, too.
He did. He had more yards combined adding CFL and NFL together than Dan Marino.
Dan Marino, man, he never got a ring. That sucks for him.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's unfortunate.
That is. He had a giant, he's a huge arm. Like, as far as quarterbacks go, he could throw it with the best of them. He just never got that ring.
Yeah. I can't quite, maybe Walter Payton. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Because that dude, so he never used any kind of machines. Like, he always just did, like calisthenics and, like, free weights.
Yeah.
That's it. He never did any of the... He's a beast.
He was. Sweetness.
Check him out. Check him out on YouTube, everybody.
Yep.
Mr. Walter Payton.
Yep. Sweetness.
Is that what they call him?
Sweetness. Yep. That's what they called him.
Sweetness.
Sweetness. I like the whistle, man.
You know what they say? You gotta give it a little bit.
We do. We have yet to receive facts from Johnny. I just want to give everybody an update. Every 10 minutes, I'm just going to check.
All right, we're checking.
See where we are.
Do we have an infographic that you could pull up?
Yeah. If you're watching this live on YouTube, no, we're not doing anything. It's just nothing. But Johnny said he'd be able to get us some facts before we get to his segment.
Before.
Well, he didn't state before, but I told him that we usually record for nearly an hour before we get to his thing. So as long as
off at an hour.
If it's not here, it's not getting in.
So I'm actually at like 55 minutes. Just calling it.
Nice.
Because we have a 10-minute audible ad.
Yep, 10 minutes.
10 minutes. And then Johnny's 3 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's going to be good, man.
Hey, so I meant to say earlier when I was talking about my PCP. It's okay that you didn't know because I called to switch provider. So my doctor, I've talked about my wrist pains. And I went in there for another thing. Like, I scheduled the appointment. And I went in there for something that wouldn't take very long at all.
Sure.
And to look at my wrists and give me a recommendation. So, of course, I paid $25 as a copay. I go in there. She doesn't look at my wrist, doesn't do any kind of movement or check out, any inflammation or anything. So,
right.
Basically, I paid her $25 to tell me that I should do ibuprofen and put it in a splint. Well, it's like, WebMD already did that.
Sure.
I'm looking for more than just what I can Google.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, man, I'm switching it. She's out.
She's out, dude.
So I'm going to a new one, but I tried to switch. And when I called their office, she was like, do you know what your health insurance is? Like, yes, it is. And I blanked. Can't remember. Got my wallet out, and I told them. They're like, okay, is it an HMO or a PPO? I'm like, I am wholly unprepared for this. She's like, well, look at your ID card. Is there an HMO or a PPO? And I'm like, I don't see it, but I'm not saying it's not there. She's like, okay, is there a briefcase at the bottom? I said, yes. She said, does it say HMO or PPO? And I said, it's blank. She's like, is there a doctor on there? I said, yes. She said, oh, that's an HMO, so we can't take you in until you switch to,
Dang.
You have to call them up and switch. I just did it online. I still don't know what HMO stands for, or PPO. Preferred
primary.
I don't know.
No,
International Health Management Organization.
Something like that. I have.
Hit me one more time.
I have an HSA, but
health savings.
Yeah,
Nikki's got that too. She's pretty healthy. So that's,
that's I mean, it's good, but at the same time, adult problems. You got to pay. You got to pay everything until you meet your deductible, and then they'll cover it.
Which brings us to our next segment: healthcare in America.
Yeah. Oh, gee, we could talk about that.
No.
I mean, we're not going to, but we could. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Sorry about that. Sorry you had to get the runaround.
No, well, I told you I left a review. I left a bad review last year, and then I kind of inched it back up to not a full 5, but not more than 3.
Yeah,
not less than 3.
Yeah, you're like, You're taking a risk here. Is what that means.
Yeah, really nice doctor. Mm-hmm. But sometimes you gotta know when to hold them and when to fold them.
That's what they say.
Yeah,
I've yet to learn that rule.
Is that who's saying that? Kenny Rogers?
I feel like it was Kenny Rogers. Yeah, it was.
Was it?
Yep.
My next guess was Waylon Jennings.
Sure. I don't know.
You don't know?
Nope. I don't know, man. I don't know who Waylon Jennings is. I've heard the name.
What? Like I'm supposed to know about country music?
He, have you ever seen Follow That Bird?
No.
Oh my gosh. Not like he's famous for that, but he's in that. He gives Big Bird a lift. And he sings Ain't No Road Too Long.
I probably have seen that, but I don't remember it.
Ain't no road too long.
Screw it, dude. Screw Big Bird. I don't give a shit, dude.
Follow That Bird. It's a good movie.
I think most people would be following that bird. If you saw a 7-foot bird...
Oh, yeah, he's at least 7 feet.
If not 8.
Yeah.
If you just saw a giant bird walking down the road,
you're
following that fucker.
Yeah.
And you're getting it on film because that's the new Bigfoot.
I would follow it for a little bit, and then I would feel like something might happen, like radioactive bird.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Understandable.
Hey, I watched the video of Trump shooting jays with the paper towels.
How disgusted did you feel on a scale of 1 to 10? What review did you leave for it?
I left 1 out of 10. Definitely would not come back here.
Yeah.
It's just a complete lack of understanding and unawareness of the situation.
Sure, I think he's just unaware of himself as a person.
Yeah.
I don't know, like...
Or his role, like what it means to be president, to be...
He probably thinks, oh, I'm just going to help out. I'm going to try to make this as fun as I can. But it's like, it's a somber thing. Like,
this isn't like...
It'd be like
this
going...
isn't a rally.
It'd be like going to a funeral and just rolling up blaring like, like Riding Dirty or something like that,
This is not a pep rally, bro.
You roll up in your 85 Camaro.
Here's what you with your left hand, you have a paper towel.
Yeah.
You hand it to their left hand, and then you reach over with your right, and you tell them something sincere and generous.
Yeah. Oh, it's like a diploma.
Yeah, very much like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm very sorry. Hopefully these paper towels can offer some small bit of help in this terrible time.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to wipe out all your debt.
Yeah, just find the nearest puddle and throw your paper towels in it, and then maybe you can drain the water out of it and then have some clean drinking water.
Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, called him a moron.
Yeah, he did call him a moron, and
he called him not just a moron. There was some kind of expletive in there.
Yeah,
and so there was like a corrective statement made about it. Like he didn't just call him a moron; he called him like a bleeping moron, whatever that was.
It's probably fucking.
Yeah, it probably was.
I don't know if there's...
Like, I don't understand why... I mean, if he feels that way, why he hasn't left. Right. But at the same time, it might be because, like, he feels a need to be there. Like, I gotta help this guy out.
Maybe.
In some way.
And that's obviously a paid position, too.
Yeah.
So it's like... It's also like, if he has responsibilities that he's got to... undertake. It's almost like
like he worked in the private sector for a little bit.
Did he?
And he's not
in
wanting.
A bad place. Yeah.
No.
Well, then
So it's kind of a noble thing to just be in there. I mean, like, I gotta keep this guy from going completely off the chain.
Yeah, Sean Spicer just said, "Screw it, dude, I'm out." I know that he wasn't any kind of secretary or anything, but he just.
I don't think he had a choice in that matter. I think he resigned.
Officially, probably, yeah. But he's probably forced. And then, what's his nuts came in there.
What's his nuts?
The
planer guy,
the Italian guy, Scaramucci.
Oh yeah,
Anthony Scaramucci. He was there for a whole. Was it just like a week? He's there for a week and then he's gone.
Yeah, he's left.
But yeah, he said something about like we've talked about it on the podcast before, but yeah, man. So Trump, he's. I was saying before, it's like, when Hurricane Sandy happened up in the Northeast, like, Obama didn't, like, visit and, like, do behind the back passes with his paper towels and
kicking his feet up, eating a burger.
Yeah.
Just inappropriate stuff.
George Bush, I think, was late to get to Hurricane Katrina.
I mean, he's late to get to most things.
Yeah.
Was.
But he he showed up and he was very presidential when he was there.
Oh, yeah.
And he just, like, the contrast between even George Bush, who's a Republican,
George. Is that sad?
Gosh, that's weird. That's weird to say. Strange.
Have you seen any of the recent tweets from POTUS? Post with the Lisa's?
I haven't. He doesn't tweet from the POTUS account, does he? He tweets from his own. Real Donald Trump.
At Real Donald Trump.
Whatever, dude.
Who knows if that's actually true?
I hope it's fake. I hope it comes out that it just hasn't been him this whole time. And that it has been fake news,
Fake news.
I haven't. Are you looking some up right now?
Yeah, I refuse to follow him.
Oh, I don't follow him either.
I don't follow him. I mean, I go and...
I follow him with the... I've been following all the ridiculous right-wing people on Jumbled, on the Jumbled Twitter.
What's that?
I haven't been. I'm just joking.
You blog them.
Yeah.
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 Dude, there were talks about people wanting Trump kicked off of Twitter because he was, making threatening remarks towards Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
And I forgot the reason they gave, that it wasn't actually... I don't know. It wasn't actually a, you're looking confused, like, what?
I'm just curious if I'm actually recording or if it's picking up only your microphone.
No, it's definitely picking yours up.
Hello? I don't know. It just doesn't seem very loud. Okay.
You are.
I just don't want to, like, talk for 50 minutes and then listen to it later and be like, God damn it. Sorry, guys.
Well, now you ruined it. I don't know what we were talking about. You completely ruined it. Now I'm on my phone.
Getting Donald Trump kicked off Twitter.
I asked VP Pence to leave the stadium, so I guess he Pence left the stadium today, football stadium during a kneeling.
Really?
Yeah, I guess that's his right.
All right, fair enough.
I don't know.
Yeah, you were talking about getting Trump kicked off of Twitter.
Oh yeah, because he was like inciting violence almost.
Yeah,
and they said it's kind of a matter of public interest to know these things, so it wasn't so much. I don't know.
Yeah,
baloney.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
In more positive news, let's move away. Let's move away from Trump.
Let's move to San Diego, dude. Kansas City sucks. I'm just kidding.
I like Kansas City.
Oh, me too. I'm just being silly.
Oh.
You said move away. So.
Oh, move. Move on. Yeah. So I was just telling you, Fear the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead are going to collide in some way.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. So there's the Fear the Walking Dead, which is a prequel.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily a direct prequel to the characters we have now, but it might be.
Sure.
So The Walking Dead came out first, and I think this is the third season of Fear the Walking Dead.
Okay.
And The Walking Dead, I think, is in like the 8th season, maybe.
Okay.
What are you doing up there, bro?
Adjusting.
Anyhow. And so Robert Kirkman,
mm-hmm.
the guy that wrote The Walking Dead, the comics,
mm-hmm.
Or the graphic novels, he said that there are two shows, obviously. He says, one character is going to go from one show that I will not name, not me, Robert Kirkman, that I will not name, in another show, it will go from one show that I will not name and appear on another show that I will not name. So it could either be going from The Walking Dead to Fear, or from Fear to The Walking Dead.
It's going to be Rick. It's going to be like the main one, dude. How messed up would that be?
That'd be crazy, because we've been with him in the entirety of the show.
It's true.
Yeah.
I saw a picture. You forget about when Rick has just the giant, big-ass beard, and you're like, fuck yeah, I like Rick with a beard.
Yeah.
As opposed to Rick without a beard. He just seems like he's crazier with a beard.
Yeah.
He's just a little bit more insane.
He looks a little more serious. Without the beard, he's Love Actually. That's the movie he was in. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm interested to see if we're gonna see a character from The Walking Dead in the prequel area.
Okay.
learn a little bit more about their character, or are we going to find out that one of our characters from Fear the Walking Dead shows up in The Walking Dead, which is, I don't know how far ahead The Walking Dead is. But.
Yeah, so it might be like, I wonder if it's going to be, well, it would have to be somebody that we've run across in the series, but then has just left. You know what I'm saying? Like separated ways or something. Maybe it'll be, maybe this is what it is. Maybe it's, I forget what his name is in the show.
Daryl?
No, the black guy with the staff.
Or just the guy with the staff?
I don't know if there's a second dude with the staff, is what I'm saying. It's
his name is... I don't remember.
I can't remember what his name is. But he met up with Rick early on, remember? And then it was, at that point, it was him and his son, and they were... His wife was in the area, and she'd been attacked or whatever. And but later on, there's like a big span of time between when we see him and when we catch back up with him.
Okay, so I didn't know if you had actually seen that or not yet, that he's back with the crew. So it could be during that time. Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's, you know, those timelines might intersect, but the geography doesn't.
No. Unless he's just like a sojourner and went like all the way to the West Coast.
But dude, that's a long travel, dude. Especially on, I mean, unless he had... But he was clearing. He was stuck in that town, and he was just every day just killing zombies. Yeah. Clearing zombies. And I think he was just... They made it seem like he was doing that from the time he pretty much left his house and his son got attacked or whatever. He just left, and then... and they just... set up shop and just was clearing every day, just killing zombies, more and more, burning piles of zombies and whatnot.
Yeah, he was kind of messed up there for a little bit.
He was.
Yeah.
That's a good storyline.
It could be a character that was introduced later on in The Walking Dead and died. You know, they could bring that person back in to Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Like there's lots of characters that were introduced later on.
Like the governor or something like that. He was like season 4, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So they could
Woodbury or whatever the name was.
Yeah. They could do the governor or something like that. It should be interesting. I still need, like I said last week, I still need to catch up. I'm way behind on. Well, I've never really watched much of Fear the Walking Dead past season 1. Is it good?
It's gotten a lot. I think it's gotten a lot better.
Okay. Because I know I was sort of mixed. I had mixed emotions on Fear the Walking Dead after season 1 ended. I was like, what? I could probably do without it, you know? And then I don't have cable, so I think I just sort of fell off the wagon as far as just watching routinely every week. Yeah. And sort of just fell behind that. So.
Yeah, if you got to put in the effort, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of.
You do, yeah. It's not as easy as just turn it to whatever channel AMC is, you know. All right, guys, let's take a second to talk about our sponsor for today's podcast, Audible. Obviously, Audible is the premier provider of digital audiobooks, so, you know, you're picking a good one. Anyway, they are offering you a free 30-day trial.
Wait, how much is it?
Free.
Yeah, but how much do I have to pay?
You have lint in your pocket?
No. I clean my clothes.
You got a coin in your pocket? What do you have in your pocket?
I've got a toothpick.
You know what? Take the toothpick. Hold on to it, man. Because it's free.
Oh my gosh.
You don't have to pay a toothpick, dude.
Do I have to give my credit card?
No, you don't.
Oh my gosh.
You don't have to do anything.
That's incredible.
Actually, I'm not sure about the credit card part.
Yeah, you probably have to check in that. Yeah, I think you have to start a Prime account.
Yeah.
They want to know that. Yeah, I think you probably got to.
Yeah, you probably do. Anyway.
But, you know, it's free.
It's free for 30 days. Risk-free, obviously. If by the end of your 30 days, you don't want to re-up, hey, you're making a bad decision.
Just shake those hands off, walk away.
You're making a bad decision, but you have the ability to just cancel that thing. If you want. Don't do it, though. So you get the free 30-day trial, and on top of that, Joe, you get a free audiobook.
Oh, my gosh.
Making your day great. So I thought that I would recommend, and I think you have one as well, a book that you can listen to for the month of October. I'm going to be listening to I'm Fine and Other Lies, written and narrated by Whitney Cummings. Whitney Cummings is a comedian. You might have seen, she's had several sitcoms. She's just sort of showing you the sort of, she's giving you a behind the scenes sort of peek into her life. And just, it says the life, times, mistakes, and crippling codependence of being a comedian, producer, director, actress, and writer. So if you ever had any desire to know what that's all like, give that a listen. It's 9 hours and 10 minutes of listening time. So you're getting your non-money's worth, Joe. What do you have to offer?
I have a book by Trevor Noah, and it is called Born a Crime: Stories from a South African Childhood. And it really talks just about that, and it's narrated by Noah Trevor, and he is the host
Trevor Noah, though,
What did I say?
Noah Trevor.
I meant Mr. Noah. Mr. Noah, comma Trevor.
Oh, okay. In the phone book.
Yeah. So it tells his stories about growing up in really the apartheid of South Africa. So his perspective on that and his experience.
Sweet. All right. So those are your suggestions. Obviously, Audible has so much more to offer you guys. So if you want to head over to audibletrial.com/jumbled and check out what they have to offer, that would be great. So, Joe, what is that one more time?
audibletrial.com/jumbled.
Enjoy. Hey, Joe, you know what I hate?
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. No. I was driving the other day, and I hate when I see this. I was driving up to this truck, and it's one of those trucks that's sort of lifted. Like, it's got a lift kit on it. You can tell the tires are bigger than they probably were
flags
standard.
Waving in the back?
There weren't, but I hate that too. That's another thing I could talk about. If they're like anything, like even, like I can understand if it's like, ooh, Chiefs, the Chiefs won, let's fly the Chiefs flags for a day, whatever. But if it's like, it's got a stand for like either the American flag or
the Union.
the Union Jack, whatever, it's like, nah, maybe let's calm down a little bit, Unless they have like the full flag and they're actually putting it at half staff and stuff like that.
You mean like the full American flag?
Yeah,
okay.
like a pole.
Okay. Because we were talking about the Union flag, and then you're like, yeah, but if they have the full flag, that's cool.
Oh, no, the American flag.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah, the stars and stripes, not the stars and bars. But I hate when I pull up to one of those trucks and they have the truck testicles.
Oh, hanging from the hitch?
From like the spare tire or something like that. I hate it.
Why?
It just pisses me off. It's like, what are you trying to prove?
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, I gotta hang these giant testicles under because I'm lacking in my pants, Like, that's
what that means?
That's what I think it means.
Oh, so you think like
they're
the hanging testicles are like, it's on the back end of the truck, so like the truck is like the penis?
Yeah, exactly.
I never thought of it in that way.
Exactly.
Really small balls.
Really small. They should be, they should be much bigger. But it's sort of like, like what message are you trying to send?
Yeah, I don't know if there really is, as much as it's just it's silly.
It's just a way for people to like just check out your truck or something. Like, oh, would you look at those balls?
Well, what should they put on there?
A big sign that says, "Hey, do you like my truck?" Like, that's pretty much what I think it is. It's got to be that. Either that or it's a compensation thing. Like, anytime I see one of those giant trucks anyway, I'm like,
what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you don't need it lifted. You don't. You're just making it hard on yourself. Getting up in the truck. I would never want that.
If you need a ladder or like a step ladder to get up in your truck, it's too high.
I will say that there's a bit of room for like people to make up for it. Like when the flooding or the hurricane in Houston happened, there were people in their lifted trucks that were they could get high enough above the water where they could drive through it and like help people. It's like, okay, if you're going to use your truck for those purposes, sweet, awesome.
If it's like like a recovery vehicle, that makes sense.
Yeah, but it's just
you see those cars that have like the snorkel on it, like their air intake.
Yeah, but
that's above the above the car.
Yeah, I don't think like, I don't know. I suppose those probably aren't as removable as one would think, but
the snorkels.
Yeah, just
I don't think so.
But like, I can understand, like, if you're doing, mudding or whatever with your vehicle and you need that, or you're going through some high water or something. I mean, I could sort of understand the air intake, but it's just, I don't know, whatever, man. I just wanted to complain about that.
You just wanted to lay that out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe, if you ever see me getting any kind of testicles on a car, just quit the podcast.
Okay.
Or just take the podcast from me, change all the passwords, and just don't answer the door when I come. Or call.
Cool.
Yeah. You've got my
I don't think we should be so worried about our passwords anymore, just because there's a very good chance that somewhere on the dark web, our social security numbers are floating out there.
Probably.
Because
with the Equifax stuff,
like half of the people in the U.S. got their social security numbers taken.
Dude, that's awesome.
It's not.
Maybe they'll pay down my credit card debt.
I doubt that. I don't think they do. I don't think they steal it for good deeds. I don't think there are any Robin Hoods in the black side of the internet. Dark side, what they call it. I would be
a renegade for justice.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be stealing people's. Like if I just had
Batman.
Yeah, I'm the hero that everybody needs.
Yeah.
And I would just I'd pay off their credit card debt, or just like call in I don't know. I'd pay their doctor's bill, or
Sounds like a little biased on what you would do for people.
Fair.
I'd pay off their student loan debt. I would
credit card
get him a nice beard kit.
I'm projecting. Yeah.
I would invest in their podcast. I would.
Yeah, the Allison Jones. She probably has a full beard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Here's a beard kit for you. Enjoy. Joe, do you like the show How It's Made? Have you ever seen it?
I have. It's been quite a while since I have.
I love
seen
that
it, though.
show, dude.
It's probably been since college that I've seen that.
I love that show so much.
Really?
It's on YouTube. I mean, I don't know if they do new stuff, but
I did actually see. I think it's How It's Made, and it's how hot dogs are made, and that turned me off from hot dogs for quite some time.
And it's just a nightmare.
Oh my gosh, have you ever seen how they're made?
No,
it's awful.
Please enlighten me. Is this going to turn into the time where you became a vegetarian for a week until you ate pizza with pepperonis on it?
I get disgusted enough, but it doesn't last.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, I have had quite a few hot dogs since there was probably about a year that I didn't have a hot dog.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while I'll go to Quick Trip, and I won't get the hot dogs, I'll get their bratwurst.
Sure.
Which it can't be much better. But anyway, imagine just the pinky kind of hot dog meat,
Mm-hmm.
It's in that kind of tube.
Sure.
Imagine that in kind of a liquid form, kind of like the consistency of your shake there.
Hey man, don't talk about my shake.
And just massive vats, and not just this like piles the size of my house, like pouring out, and then it just comes down these little tubes. It's just. It's a very gross process. They grind up all the stuff, and then they throw in all this kind of seasonings and whatnot, and they just kind of mesh it all together, and it's in a very kind of gelatinous form.
Yeah.
And then they make it into those hot dogs. It's very gross looking.
Dude, my mouth is watering, dude. You want some ballparks after this, dude? I got ballparks in my house, dude. No, I had a speaking of hot dogs. Mm-hmm. Which is sort of funny we brought it up. I had one yesterday and I felt awful afterwards.
Yeah.
I had 3. But I've had hot dogs I don't even think about eating hot dogs half the time. I'll just eat them, And I don't feel bad afterwards usually. Well, but yesterday I had a chili dog with some onions and cheese on top of it.
You make it at home or did you get it out?
Yeah, made it at home. And I don't know if it was the chili or if it was the hot dog. Or something else, but it hit me hard, and I didn't even eat dinner last night. I felt like I had that for lunch, and then I just didn't feel good enough to eat. Yeah,
and the World Health Organization's point, they say that yes, the World Health Organization.
Oh, okay.
They said that there is a link between hot dogs and cancer.
Yay!
They said I think they said red meat too.
I'm sure
at least
there is
an increased chance.
Sure there is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all,
everybody's gonna get it.
Eventually,
we're all gonna die.
That is true. No one makes it out of this world alive.
It's true.
Except for me.
It's deep, dude. Oh,
I'm gonna be the
You're the only guy.
I'm going to transcend my human body and go into a computer.
Wow. Oh, that dude. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Sign me up. Like, especially if like I can, as an artificial intelligence, like still recall like myself. You know,
that would be the complicated thing to do. But would you ever?
I can't feel my RAM, guys. I can't feel my RAM. That's what I would say. I would just fuck with people. I would like throw alerts,
notifications. So you would be
Windows crashed.
Seems like you're not an appropriate person to actually have that happen.
What? No, I'm perfect, dude.
Seems like you would misuse your power, your capabilities.
Come on, Elon Musk, dude. I'm good for it, bro.
He's got to be doing something like that.
Has to be.
Yeah.
He's been doing all the
LA tunnels.
Did I talk about him getting asked just awkward questions?
I don't know. What were the questions?
I think I did talk about this, but he was like at a speaking event and he just got done talking about like colonizing Mars and like being able to depart from Mars to go to other planets and like realistically be able to traverse across the solar system, you know, depending, you know, if when we get to Mars, we could set up for the next planet and the next planet, you know, and just be able to sort of move that way.
That's a lot of forethought.
There is a lot of forethought behind that, and
we won't be alive when we go to like
no, not at all.
The outers.
No, but I don't know. We might see Mars colonization, or at least people.
I think we'll see somebody
landing on Mars.
Yeah.
That'll be really cool. But somebody like Elon Musk just got done talking about like, you know, being able to travel across the solar system, and somebody was like, I went to Burning Man last month, and one thing I saw was a lot of shit. And he's like, how are we going to deal with the toilet system on Mars? It's like,
I guess that's a good point.
But he just got done talking about being able to send a group of people to Mars and then be able to go back to Earth if we wanted to. And you're talking about shit.
And Burning Man.
He said the word shit and Burning Man in a question to one of the most brilliant people on this planet currently.
Yeah.
That's a funny thing to have happened.
Poor Elon.
And he afterwards he just sort of like he had one arm crossed. I'm doing it right now, and he just had like a finger up over his mouth, and it was almost like he was sort of telling him to be quiet, you know, without saying it, like
putting his finger over his mouth, like a kind of thing.
Please stop this.
He exercised some patience.
A little bit. Yeah. He had a little bit of patience, but you could see he was like
for us unintelligent peons,
dude. And that's got to be like an everyday thing for him too. Just like talking to regular people's got to be a chore, you know.
Well, do you think he's that intelligent, or do you think it's just that he's that driven?
I honestly think it's a combo of both.
Yeah, I'm sure he's very smart.
Yeah, I mean, to be able to create, you know, SpaceX, and he did say that SpaceX at one point was like pivoting on not being a company anymore, or like going forward depending on how a flight went or something like that.
Yeah.
And it went well apparently, and so that's why SpaceX is still here. But being able to, you know, create that company as well as like Tesla, and just like the dude's a genius, you know.
He did PayPal as well.
Did he? Mm-hmm. He was behind PayPal?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was like his venture, one of his venture companies, and he sold it, and he's used, I mean, that was like kind of the foundation of the money he made, and then eventually he keeps reinvesting and selling in SpaceX. And
smart dude.
Yep.
He's my homie.
Is he?
Yeah.
You should call him up.
Yeah, say, hey man, you wanna invest a little bit in Jumbled? I've asked him before, and he's like, yeah, you know, prove yourself.
Yeah, prove yourself. Did you catch SNL last night?
Dude, I didn't. I was feeling bad, like I said, and so I was like,
because
of the hot dog,
because of
the 3 hot dogs,
because that pink tube.
Yeah, because of the pink tubes, and which gave me the pink tubes, but I don't think it was pink, but no, I didn't, but I know it was Wonder Woman, right? Gal Gadot or
Gal
what?
Gadot.
Is that how you say
I mean, that's how they said it last night. Gadot. I think it's Gadot. Gal Gadot.
Oh, is it Gal Gadot?
Yeah.
Whatever. I know she's Israeli or something like that.
That's where she was born, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she and Kate McKinnon kissed.
Dude.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
It was good. It was a good scene. It was funny.
Yeah, I love Kate McKinnon. She's so funny.
She just won an Emmy again.
Did
I think
she?
that's her second straight or third
for
straight.
Hillary?
Not specifically for Hillary, but just for her role on SNL.
She
and
deserves
then
it.
Alec Baldwin won too. And I mean, you got to assume it's for Trump because that's really all he's been doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to check that out. I didn't watch. I did want to, but I was just like, nah.
It's good.
I'm not going to be able to. I'm not going to be able to survive through the hours it'll take to get there.
And I just started watching. What's the name of it? The Gifted on Fox. It's a Marvel one. It's about. I've only watched like the first 20 minutes, but it's about like I think kind of younger mutants.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
I feel like I've
people with
heard
powers.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah. It just started.
I like those kinds of shows, and I feel like there's a void. We've talked about Heroes before that just needs to be filled from how into Heroes I was, and then how let down I was. Just let down.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at The Gifted.
The Gifted. It's on Fox. I mean,
All right.
and then there's also, tons of Marvel stuff on Netflix.
Oh, I watch all of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Iron Fist.
I've not watched the Iron Fist, but I've watched.
I haven't either.
I've watched, all of the. Well, I guess it's not Marvel, but I've watched Flash, and then I've watched what is it called, Supergirl or whatever. I've watched that one too, and I watch anything I come across that's on Netflix that's superhero related. I'm like, sign me up. I'm in. Yeah, I don't even need to know anything about it. It's like,
I'll watch it. It's superhero? Yep.
does it say Marvel?
Yep.
Sure. Does it say DC? I'm in. Mm-hmm. Sign me up.
Didn't you know that Game of Thrones is Marvel?
Game of Thrones is Marvel.
It is. Yeah, so you should. Yeah, George R.R. Martin paired up with Marvel.
Yeah. Speaking of Game of Thrones, that big dude we talked about as
The Mountain?
Aquaman. No,
Oh,
I can't remember his name now.
Khal Drogo.
Yep, that guy. He's in a new trailer that just got released for the Justice League.
Yes, I've seen it.
Ripped, dude.
I
dude's
saw
ripped.
a preview for it when I was in the theater seeing the movie It.
Dude,
Have we talked about that?
I have not seen it, and I will not see it.
Have we talked about it on the podcast?
We have not.
You seen it? Oh my gosh, scary.
Yeah, was it scarier than the orig?
I haven't seen the original.
Oh, really?
Yeah, surprisingly.
See, I saw the original, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I got my fill.
Yeah, this one is like I'm not really a scary movie person.
We all float down here.
Yeah. That's still,
You've been watching out for storm
thematic.
drains now?
Yes. But have I talked about like when I saw the movie Scream? How scary? I think we have before. So
yeah,
it was just like maybe we did talk. I think we did talk. Anyhow,
I don't think we talked about
scary
it.
movie, very scary.
Yeah,
to me, like I'm not one to see those. Like I was hiding my head a lot of the time.
Sure,
but, like, it was a good movie, but
nah. Yeah. I'd rather see an action or a comedy, and I'm just like, I tune out. I'm just like, I gotta pee for the 14th time, you know, and I just walk out. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know.
I still haven't seen the new Spider-Man.
I haven't because it's the same thing as the Tobey Maguire.
It's not the same thing.
It's the same storyline though, right?
There's actually been another in between Tobey Maguire and this one. You know that, right?
No, I know,
There were
but
2 movies maybe?
yeah,
With Andrew Garfield?
yeah.
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 That lazy cat.
But it's like the same storyline is what I'm saying. We talked about
technically,
that before.
Yeah.
No, whatever. No, I haven't, but I wouldn't be opposed to seeing it. It's just sort of like,
So what are you doing after this?
wide open, dude. I'm wide open.
I'm gonna Uber.
You're gonna. Oh, you did say you're gonna Uber. We do have. It's been over 10 minutes. But we do have facts from Johnny. We will get into that. I wanted to let you guys know though. Everybody knows Lou Bega, right? Mambo number 5.
Yeah.
Do you guys know any more Lou Bega songs?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, that's Mambo number 5. Do you know any other ones?
No.
You don't know any other ones?
I didn't think he came out with any other ones.
Well, there's
Tub Thumpin'. Was that him?
That's Chumbawamba.
Oh.
That's all right.
Okay.
Very close.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Stylistically.
Mm-hmm.
But I want everybody right now to go on YouTube.
Yeah.
And search for 1 + 1.
You can play it.
1 + 1 = 2.
You can play it.
Can't play it.
Yeah, you can.
I can?
Yeah, we're making a commentary on it.
Oh, okay. Well, I got it. Luckily, the tab is still open. All right. I wonder if you guys will be able to hear this. Let's skip forward a little bit.
So this isn't Mambo number 5?
No, it's not. Although I can understand why you'd be a little bit confused.
Yeah.
Especially here in a few seconds, okay? Everybody just sort of vibe to the music for a second.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Oh, wait. No, this is Mambo number 5.
No, I don't think it is. It doesn't sound like it.
Oh, wait.
The words don't.
Oh, wait. No, yeah, it's not. But guess what's funny? It's from the same album.
What?
It's from the same album.
Did you just now recently like get out your CD and start listening to it?
I jokingly said to my wife, we've been carpooling because she works close to me now, and she was like, "What do you want to listen to, babe?" And I was like, "Oh, just put on like Lou Bega or something like that, just some." I was just being stupid, and she put on Lou Bega, but it wasn't Mambo number 5. It was this song.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What?
How do you go directly to that song?"
I don't know. I don't know how like Pandora isn't like, oh, you said Lou Bega, you got to be talking about this song because nobody knows any of the other ones.
Yeah.
But I was just laughing earlier this week that that's a thing. He was just he was just like writing some songs. He's like,
his contract is like, I gotta do 8 songs. Oh man, I only got 7.
He just like his head exploded. He was like, I got like the perfect line. All the songs are gonna incorporate it. It's like all of the songs on the album were variants. Like honestly, I feel like he could have released this song instead of Mambo number 5, and it would have been just as popular as Mambo number 5
because of the
because it sounds the same.
Yeah, it does.
Baby, tell me 1 + 1 is 2. What? Why? Why does she need to tell you, Lou?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, didn't you take any math classes, Lou?
Don't you know 1 + 1?
Yeah, and at
basic.
The beginning part of this song, he's like ad-libbing, he's like, 1 + 1 = 2, 3. I think it's 2. Like he's just like figuring it out on the fly. It's like, you got it right, Lou, but I'm
tell
not.
Me, what is it? 1 + 1.
You don't get a gold star this time, Lou. Sorry, Lou Bega.
Speaking of songs, I made a little jazzy jingle.
You did. Hey guys, let us know how you feel about this song.
Or what are you? Oh, that I'm.
Are you gonna play it?
Yeah. Okay. Wait till that beat drop.
Oh man.
There it is. That's basically it. Just
jazzy as shit, dude. I was like, what? Where'd this come from?
Just some
like,
Apple loops.
Yeah, dude.
I was up at 6 this morning.
You were up at 6.
Seems like days ago that I made that, but I was just like, I put headphones in. I was like, what do I do?
I like to imagine
on my phone. I just want to. You know what? I'll play around on GarageBand for a while.
Yeah, I like to imagine you had some of those headphones that flip 180 degrees. And you just had one side pressed to your head, and you're just like just jamming out
back and forth. Yeah.
And your wife's like, "Hey, what are you doing? Shut up! You're ruining the artistic process."
Yeah. It's only like 4 or 5 loops on there, but
dude, that was jazzy as shit. I love it, dude.
You want to make it into a ringtone? It's gonna be my ringtone.
That would be a good ringtone, dude. It's better than mine. I don't even remember what mine is right now, but it's probably something stupid. So you know what?
You want to get into fact checking with Johnny?
Let's get into fact checking with Johnny. And you know what's fun? Neither of us know what the hell is going to be said.
Yeah.
During this fact checking.
Oh, I know.
You've already
sent it to me ahead of time.
Oh, he was saying he didn't have it, but
he was withholding it from you.
You already knew.
I already know.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, Joe knows, but
I'm up in points.
I don't know. So we're going to listen to it. And anyway, this is fact checking with Johnny.
It's turkey time. I'm going to leave this space as long and awkward as possible, Zach, so you actually have to edit it out. Sucker! Hey, loyal listeners and new listeners, and hopefully soon to be loyal listeners. This is Fact Checking with Johnny. Want to wish you all a happy Canadian Thanksgiving. I'm recording this episode from my bedroom yet again, as my office desk, which is actually a kitchen table, is currently being used as an extension for our kitchen table as we have some family over. So please forgive the inconsistencies of these recordings. But it's a holiday, so be thankful that you're getting something. That was a little rude. I apologize. That was very Canadian of me. I'll take my points. Anyways, let's jump into the facts. The guys discussed how long Trump's wall would need to be. I was a little bit surprised that you guys were unsure of the width of your country. But it's roughly 2,000 miles. And if you actually look at the border, it's not a straight line. It actually zigzags across, which is really weird, which makes it really hard to estimate, the true distance. But I believe the number, the 2,000 miles, is kind of that rough, if the line was in a perfect world straight. Referring to the cost, a little fun fact there. So the Berlin Wall was only 96 miles long. And we know, that it was moderately successful in keeping a country divided, but definitely I wouldn't say keeping people in and out. We all hear the stories of people escaping to the other side. That cost roughly $25 million in 1961, which is equivalent to $200 million right now. So that wall of yours, Trump's, that's going to be pretty expensive. The Hawaiian Punch guy, he is actually wearing a hat. Yeah, according to the forums that I read, yes, there are actually forums discussing the Hawaiian Punch guy's head. It did turn out to be a hat. Some people thought it was antlers, like he was some weird human deer crossover. Some people did think it was a piece of coral from being Hawaii. It could be a coral hat. I don't know, but the consensus seems to be that it is a hat. Back to Trump. We can't seem to escape him, can we? Even in Canada, he's all over our news. Thank you, guys. So at the time when Donald Trump did his visit to Puerto Rico, the death toll in Puerto Rico was 18. As of Saturday, yesterday, it was bumped up to 34. But what I've read is that just because of the nature of the hurricane and the amount of damage, that they haven't been able to identify a lot of bodies. So they're expecting that death toll to jump pretty drastically. So not to minimize that, the effects of that hurricane, on Puerto Rico and the people suffering there. It's, quite tragic. And, Trump definitely, has an ego and, had to compare it, to, Katrina, whose death toll, by the way, was 1,833. A bit of fact checking on the fact checker, Joe. You were right, mostly. Since 1970s, the smallpox vaccination is no longer mandatory or regularly implemented. Though some people still get it by choice, especially people who are either working with the virus, which makes sense, or military traveling across. I checked to see when the last time someone caught it, and it seems to be April 14th, 1978. So relatively smallpox free, though the risk is still there. Kind of scary. The biggest concern for the virus right now is that someone utilizes it in a biological weapon, which, it's kind of sad that that's where our world is. Anyways, I'm going to go. I'm going to carve into some turkey, made a couple of smoked pork shoulders, and enjoy the Canadian Thanksgiving. Maybe throwing a poutine in there because, that's very Canadian. And that was like the traditional Canadian Thanksgiving, lunch at Graceland. I appreciated that they tried, even though they bastardized the poutine. Anyways, everyone, thank you again. Have a great time. And, hey, Zach, I'm going to drag this out to exactly 5 minutes in 3, 2, 1. Bye.
So there we go. There's Johnny. He, he dropped some knowledge on us.
He did.
As he always
I
does.
feel bad.
Why?
Because we're interrupting his Thanksgiving.
Yeah, us Americans, we're used to, November, whatever
it is.
Yeah, the last
third?
Thursday.
I thought
it was the last Thursday of.
Third Thursday?
Or is it the 25th? Is it always the 25th, or is it?
It's always on a Thursday.
We are awful, dude. We
No,
don't know shit about our
It's always on a
country.
Thursday.
I think it's the last Thursday of the month.
Okay,
Whatever.
Sure.
Anyway, so
Sorry, Johnny.
yeah, sorry about that, Johnny. We didn't intend to interrupt your Thanksgiving schedule.
I don't know the origin story of their Thanksgiving. I mean, I know ours is supposed to, a
think
symbolic meeting of
Yeah.
the Pilgrims and the
Sure.
Indians, and the first time that they
A lot of people
shared dinner together.
A lot of people don't know, but it happened on the border.
Yeah,
So they had a table, and
half of it was
half
in
of
Canada,
it was in Canada.
half of it was in the U.S.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
and so, but they were like, oh, we don't want to share the day,
Mhm.
because we don't want to take the spotlight since we're better,
Yeah,
and
makes sense.
so that's just sort of, and so they said, we'll do it like a month, a little over a
And they have
month.
to get all their turkeys from the U.S. because it's way too cold for any kind of domesticated animal.
Yeah.
At least for food, cows and
Well, they have
and
the
chicken. They freeze to death if you have them up there.
well, they have the abominable snow turkey that we all know about.
Yeah.
But other than that, but you can't really eat that one.
No, because you got to find it first. How do you get to find it?
Good luck. It's the same. It looks like snow. Gobble gobble. Where am I? You don't know.
You don't know.
Well, anyway, sorry, Johnny, again.
Thank you.
You know what? There was a flurry of stuff. We're doing this on the fly, so I don't have anything written down.
No. Johnny looked into the smallpox thing. I knew I was right. He gave me a point for that, but who knows what the points are?
The points, no new points awarded. Johnny forgot to mention that. No new points awarded. Mm-hmm. Well, but he did award a point, didn't he?
Yeah, to me.
To you? Didn't he give a point? So we're tied up then.
Yeah, and
we're
he
at
gave
13.
himself a point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're tied up, 13s.
Points don't matter, just like your high score in Pac-Man.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It don't matter none.
Especially when when the electricity gets kicked off.
Yeah.
Reset that game.
Resets it.
I burped. Sorry. It got a little awkward.
Gross, bro.
But no new points, Joe. No new points for me. Joe got a point. Johnny took a point. Who knows?
So he's at 70.
He's back at 69. He's back at 69. Unless he gave himself a point, which he's at 71. You're right. So I don't have much commentary on that. I will say that Johnny left in some blank space. I'm very stubborn, and so I'm not going to remove that in editing. So
You gonna write his name in there in that blank space?
Yeah, in the blank space. No, but you won't be able to see it. But
okay.
I'll write it in there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but
It's like a Taylor Swift lyric, I think. That's what I was quoting.
yeah, I'm not a big T Swift fan.
Me either.
She's I was okay with Taylor Swift back when she was doing like country, and then she went sort of poppy, and now she's like trying to start fights with Kanye West and stuff all the time. It's like,
well, yeah.
I mean, understandable. Like he's a d-bag, but
yeah. I really don't care for all the feud. There's like 5 songs out right now. They're all like feud, related, and I just don't care. Nikki's just like, yeah, listen to this Katy Perry, this Swish Swish Bitch. I'm like, no, I don't care. It's like it's not a real feud.
No,
I mean seriously, why are you so upset?
It's like battle rapping.
Yeah.
It's like what you're gonna afterwards. You're gonna go, oh man, those words.
Yeah.
Those words really cut me deep.
That hurt.
Ooh.
Somehow this is gonna lower my record sales. No,
it's not. And maybe
you're
that's
living
it.
a cush life.
Maybe that's it.
I think they all have the same PR person, and they're just like putting it all together for nothing.
Yeah.
It's just like a way to sell more records.
Probably.
Stupid.
But like, how weird of a battle is that? Kanye West versus Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Like, if there was still a celebrity death match, like that would be like one of the battles now.
I'll allow it. Yeah.
Dude, I'd pay good money to see that. But in real life, just Taylor Swift versus Kanye West in real life.
You know what? Let's we'll get some clay together and we'll start doing it.
Nice.
Yeah.
that won't take long at all.
No, a couple hours.
We'll definitely have time to edit and record podcasts.
Oh, yeah.
We can multitask. So, like, while we're recording, we can also be, like, simultaneously, like, I'll set this up and then take a picture. Yeah.
Call up Tim Burton, see how he does it.
He's probably got, like, 14 people.
Johnny Depp's one of them.
Oh, yeah?
He's in all of John. I mean, they're like buds.
It's true.
You
And
see
that,
Tim Burton
and that
movie,
lady.
Helena Bonham Carter.
I don't know, but I think
She was
Tim Burton's
she was in Fight
married
Club.
to... Yeah.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Is that her name?
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird name.
Yeah. She's also...
A bottom? A bottom?
I think it's Helena. Helena Bottom Carter.
Oh. I thought it was Helen A Bottom Carter.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what a weird middle name.
Mm-hmm. Yep. A bottom.
A bottom. Weird. Yeah. Strange, man. You know, I don't have much left, but I would like to leave off. Did you know that Rob Schneider is a quarter Filipino?
No, I didn't.
His mom, half Filipino.
Is that your random fact of the day?
Random fact of the day, man. We don't even have to talk about that. I just thought I'd let you know, and you can sort of see it.
Okay.
Like when you look at Rob Schneider, you're like, oh, all right.
All right.
Anyway, moving on. That's gonna be it.
Yeah.
We're happy you joined us. As always, you can feel free to reach out to us at jumbledpodcast@gmail.com. That's the email. Mm-hmm. All social media is at jumbledpodcast.
Yep.
We are on Google Play Music. We're on Stitcher.
iTunes.
We're on iTunes. We're on Player.fm.
You know, wherever you listen to your podcasts, because I don't know of many others that we're...
It's true. They all feed from the same place.
Yeah. If you're going to some like corner of the internet, we're probably not there.
We're on the dark web.
We're on the
somewhere.
That's what I was looking for.
We are on the dark web.
Yeah.
Our likenesses. Somebody's pretending to be us on the dark web right now.
Bizarro, Zach and Joe.
Yeah. It's like Mario and Luigi. It's like Wario and Waluigi.
Yeah. But on that side of the web, the dark web, they're hilarious.
Yeah, they're just...
They never talk about Trump.
Never.
They're always ready. Everything's on time. Everybody's
clamoring to get more podcasts. They want us to record multiple times a week.
Yeah.
On the dark web.
Yeah.
But we're not getting that yet. But yeah, so make sure to check back next week, guys, for another episode of Jumbled, your favorite podcast.
About nothing.
There you go.
See ya.